How easy is it for you to take up a new habit? There's a lot of people in lockdown that started all sorts of new things because they had time on their hands. And they also had some other qualities that we're going to go into here. So I wanted to film this for you today on how to build up new habits at any time of our day, of our life, whatever's going on for us, and how to try and make them stick. And there's one quality that is fabulous if you introduce it, which is surprising, and it's an ancient technique that has been used for many thousands of years, though not always for this purpose. So my name is Cassandra Punita James, and this is another of my vlogs for you, helping you clear obstacles to living the fullest life that you would dream of, that you possibly can in your life. So, new habits, 3 steps. These can make such a difference because the thing is, we all have habits in our life. We have habits, it's like we don't even think of them as habits. They've become so automatic. But if you think when you were small, you had to learn how to walk and talk, and then it became a habit. And when you get up in the morning now, there's probably things that you do. You might go to the bathroom, you might brush your teeth, you might have a drink of water, you might journal, you might meditate, you might exercise, you might turn on your Facebook or turn on your computer and or play with your kids or your pet, or like they can be accidental habits and they can be intentional habits that you really enjoy. And this is the thing, there's a difference, and we often find ourselves having accumulated habits that were appropriate, necessary, or just happened at different times, but now we don't want to do them anymore. And this changing of them, this is the tricky part. Because when we get that first flash of like inspiration to do something, this is a different part of the brain from the part that remembers the habit. The front part of our brain is like the creator, the inspirer, the visionary, the frontal cortex. This is the part of the brain that humans have. But it takes a lot of energy for the brain to be able to get, to basically think about all the consequences and pick the best way to do something. So it doesn't want to have all that energy tied up, because imagine if when you want to make a cup of tea, you had to think about, oh, what do I need for it? And do I need to grow it, the tea leaves, or can I buy it? And where does it live in the kitchen if I've already bought it? And what utensils shall I put it in? And how hot does the water have to be? All of these things you've learnt at some point in time, and you don't want to have to go through it again every time, because your whole day would be spent just making a few cups of tea and walking around the house. So our brain very cleverly puts this into a form of hard drive. It's like not hard drive, it's like a software into part of our brain, the hard drive. So it stores them, and it does a little check-in at the beginning, at the end of each thing, just to make sure it's got the right purposed software for the action. But if it does, it's like, cool, we can do this on automatic. So this is the way we can drive a car, talk with someone at the same time, think about something else, listen to the radio, and still be reasonably safe on the road, hopefully. And we can make a cup of tea, and it's a breeze. And you might walk out and go, oh, I've got a cup of tea in my hand. How did I do that? I don't even remember making it. This is what happens when the other part of the brain, it's called the basal ganglion, and it's in the base of the brain, and basically, I think it's all vertebrates, creatures with a spine have this part of the brain. So this is where it's the hard drive, so to speak. This is where it gets stored. This is where, once the brain's gone, hey, we've mastered this, we've got it, we're storing it down here. Now, it doesn't like to let go. It does not like to delete stuff intentionally from this part. So therefore, once a habit has got put down there, and we don't know there's many different circumstances that can trigger us to create a habit, and some of them they might have been necessity rather than something that was great for us or that we wanted to do, or they might have been perfect at one time but not at another. So now you might be like, hey, I want to do some lovely things for myself in the morning, whether it's fitness or meditation or mindfulness, or whether I want to eat differently, I want to work differently, I want to have a different relationship with money, I want to let go limiting thoughts in my mind. these habits, these repeating things, are something that takes effort to shift past them. So there's 3 things that we're going to go over. Firstly, it's called start easy and do daily. So that's like step number 1. Okay, step number 2 is practicing mindfulness while you do it. Just a little bit, not very much. And the third one is accountability, support, a buddy. Okay, so I'm going to go into them a little deeper. So the first one, pick something that, if you're just starting with shifting habits, man, pick one that you like. Pick something that you're going to enjoy the doing of it as well as the consequences at the end. And it's good to have something that at the end is like, wow, that's fantastic. But definitely do something that you're going to enjoy the journey of. And make it easy, break it down, start small, and then build up. Be kind to yourself. If you go, hey, I'm going to get fit because I want to look great and I want to be able to go to the beach and I want to feel strong in my body and healthier, and I'm going to go to the gym and do 2 hours of workout, you'll probably never go again. So go slow, start gently. 5 minutes meditation, 10 minutes of an exercise, half an hour or 15 minutes creating something new in your business and learning about it. So make it doable, okay? And then the biggest one is do daily. Do daily, even if it's 2 minutes or 5 minutes, do it daily. Because as soon as you get out of the habit, the old one it's so strong, that software will come up really quickly. So you want to be keeping on doing it to fill it in so it becomes something that will keep on, will be there, will actually superimpose itself, say, over the old software. So the second one is mindfulness and awareness. This is like, we just change things around in the kitchen of the farmhouse where I live. And literally the cutlery drawer changed from one drawer to another drawer. And I'm almost there, but it's taken me a week. And I've just gone like, every time I go to get a spoon to make a cup of tea or something from the cutlery drawer, I have to go, be mindful, because then of course I know where it is. Okay, but if I'm not being mindful, if I'm not being present, if I'm not like here in this, my body in this moment, then the good old basal ganglia will take over and take us back to the old pattern. So whatever you're trying to change, try and bring a little like mindfulness. It's just like being here, really present with yourself in the moment. Feel your body, feel yourself doing it, thinking it, deciding it, and then, you can choose the new habit. Okay, it's so much easier. The third one is a buddy, accountability, support. This makes a world of difference. When you tell somebody else that you're going to be doing something, it's like, oh my gosh, I'm actually held accountable. I need to, it's like someone's going to ask us about it. And I see this, I'm sharing this topic because this is a topic we're exploring all month in my online membership called The Courageous Way, which is about helping people to build new habits and self-nourishment and clear obstacles so that they can feel better in themselves and make their goals and dreams happen. And sometimes it can seem like very small things, but it can make the world of difference. Like, what are our habits? What are we doing repeatedly? So if you're interested in finding out more, the door's open to my membership again in November. There's a click below. You can be on the waiting list, and there will be free online retreat happening just beforehand. Just a little tip on that. So put your name down if you're interested, and I'll let you know more. So find yourself, in the meantime, some support, some way, some person to talk with, to check in with each other, like the people are doing in my membership. And this way, your new habits can happen so much faster. Maybe you do it in a group. Maybe that's even how you do it, and that can be a lovely thing to do. So the 3 steps are: pick something easy and do it daily. Really bring your attention and your awareness. This is the ancient techniques that were used. Mindfulness. Bring that to the moment when you're practicing the change. It might be something that is like, you might do the decision you have to, of like what you do first thing in the morning, or that time of day you want to do something different. But bring your attention to it, bring your mindfulness, be present in your body, and it's going to be so much easier. One, to go, oh yeah, that's what I'm meant to be doing now, that's how it's going to be. Or just to go, oh, I have a choice. I can choose what I want to do. Whether I want to do it the old way or the new way, I have a choice. And the third one is get a buddy, get support, get accountability, and watch how much difference that can make. So I'd love you to share below any new habit that you're playing with, have been playing with, maybe you did during lockdown, or that you're feeling inspired now to take it up. And share it with a friend who you think maybe you might even buddy together. So share the video if you know somebody else who you think would enjoy this as well. Have a gorgeous day. It is stunningly beautiful here in Somerset on our farm and in the whole countryside. And have a beautiful fortnight, and I shall talk to you again soon. Ciao.